This innocent teen was jailed for life. The truth came too late. What if you were locked away for life, for a crime you didn't commit? This is the tragic story of Jamal Carter, a bright 17-year-old whose only crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. He spent decades behind bars screaming his innocence. And when the truth finally surfaced, it was too late. Jamal was like any other high school senior. He had dreams, ambitions, and a family who loved him. He wanted to be an architect, to design buildings that would shape the world. But one fateful night, everything changed. It was a Friday evening. Jamal had just left his friend's house and was walking home when he heard sirens. Then chaos. A store had been robbed. The clerk, a middle-aged woman, had been shot. Witnesses described the suspect as a young black male wearing a hoodie. That was all the police needed. Jamal matched the description. He was arrested on the spot. He pleaded his innocence, but the police weren't listening. They had a suspect, and that was enough. For 16 hours, Jamal sat in a freezing interrogation room, exhausted, scared, and confused. He had never been in trouble before. But these detectives weren't interested in the truth. They told him, "We have witnesses. Your fingerprints are on the weapon. If you confess, you might get a lighter sentence." Lies. But Jamal didn't know that. By hour 17, he was broken. He didn't even remember signing the confession. And that's all they needed. The trial was quick. Too quick. His public defender barely fought for him, overworked, underpaid, and outmatched. The prosecution painted Jamal as a violent criminal. The witnesses? Coached and unreliable. The gun? Never tested for fingerprints. The security footage? Blurred and inconclusive. None of it mattered. The jury took just 2 hours to decide his fate. Guilty. Jamal Carter was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Inside those concrete walls, Jamal was no longer a promising teenager. He was number 224680. The first year, he cried every night. The second year, he stopped crying. By the third year, he stopped hoping. His family fought for him. His mother wrote letters to lawyers, news stations, even the governor. But no one listened. Jamal grew up in a cage. His dreams of architecture faded. His laughter disappeared. The world forgot about him. Until one person didn't. 30 years later. A young lawyer named Ava Richardson stumbled upon Jamal's case while working for a wrongful conviction project. Something didn't sit right with her. She dug deeper. The confession was forced. The witnesses had recanted years ago. The real killer? Arrested for a similar crime just months later, but never investigated. She took the case back to court. The evidence was clear. Jamal Carter was innocent. The judge overturned his conviction. Jamal was finally free. But what did freedom even mean after 3 decades stolen from him? His mother had passed away. His siblings were strangers. The world had moved on without him. Jamal walked out of prison a free man, but not the same man who had walked in. Jamal Carter's story isn't just his own. There are thousands like him, innocent people serving time for crimes they didn't commit. How many more Jamals are sitting in cells, waiting for justice? How many more will lose their families, their dreams, their lives, before the truth is heard? This isn't just a story. It's a warning. Drop a raised fist medium dark skin tone in the comments if you believe no innocent person should ever be locked away again. Like, share, subscribe. Because the truth must be told.